Hey guys, welcome back. This is History of Power Rangers Season 3, Episode 32 of my show, but this is about Episode 31 of Season 3. Now, Episode 31 in Season 3 is Part 3 in the Master Vial and the Metallic Armor 3-part episode, but before I start talking about it, I just want to mention that since we're on episode 33, that means we've got 2 more videos left in the main segment before the Mighty Morphing Alien Rangers segment for the 3rd season. I just wanted to get that out of the way there since I'm close to that segment, so it's still going to count as a Season 3 thing, again, like I said, because Mighty Morphing Alien Rangers is a mini saga segment of Season 3. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Only like 10 episodes. Anyway, getting back into it. This is History of Power Rangers Season 3, Episode 32 of my show. But this is about Episode 31 of Season 3. And Episode 31 in Season 3 is Part 3 in the Master Vial and the Metallic Armor 3-part episode. And basically, this episode starts off where the previous one left off. Because if you guys remember, at the end of the previous episode, the Rangers had found out that Master Vial had taken over the youth center for a party of sorts. And that's what they're watching right now on the viewing globe. And then basically, Catherine says that they're forcing Vulcan Skull to dance like the conga and stuff. And because of that, the Rangers decide that they have to go to the youth center to check on the situation there. And then they see all the monsters, they're partying. And then basically, that's when, and basically this monster that says Soul Plate 1, which is actually the monster that's going to be featured in the next episode, places an order. And then basically, Vulcan Skull, the Rangers, one of the Rangers is saying that this couldn't be worse, but then Goldar shows up and he's like, you mean it could? Well, first what actually happens is Vulcan Skull are asking the Rangers where the Power Rangers are, and then they say they don't know, and then Vulcan Skull say that Master Vial is making everyone dance till they drop, and then basically they're saying that things couldn't have gotten worse, and then that's when Goldar shows up and he's like, you mean things couldn't have gone any better? And then the Rangers go into a bit of a fighting stance, and then he's like, do you think I need to fight you? What for? Master Vial has already won. Your world is doomed. So he has no... So basically what he means is because of Master Vial's plan sort of succeeding, he has no reason to fight them anymore. And then basically that's when Billy contacts the Rangers on their communicators in the command center, and he tells them that they've located, he and Alpha have located their Zords, but there's a slight complication, and then Tommy's wondering what that complication is, and all Billy tells them is that they should head back to the command center for now so that they can see for themselves what it is. Now I'm gonna explain where their Zords are in this episode. Master Vial had sent them to a distant planet in the M54 galaxy, and it was in a planet that is filled with a metal corroding rust, sort of, and that's where the Zords are at this point. And then basically, when the Rangers get back to the command center, they figure out what I just mentioned before, with the Zords being placed in a type of rusted metal on a planet in the M54 galaxy where Master Vial rules over. And basically what happens is after that, they decide to figure out a way to. They decide to go to that planet to get their swords back, and in order to stop Master Vile and his Blue Clobber once and for all. And then, so they go to the planet, and then basically, while they're on the planet, Master Vile tells the party goers that basically, it was lit from party, but now he's got to get back on to destroying the world, and then basically, he sends his Blue Clobber back out to finish destroying Angel Grove, and at this point the Rangers are still in the N54 galaxy, trying to free their swords from the rust, and they do manage to free it, and then basically, what happens is after they free it, they start to fight the Blue Clobber again after heading back to Earth, and then Tommy said that basically, because of although unfortunately at this point the Blue Clobber is still technically connected to Ninjor, so even if they attack it, they'll still injure Ninjor in the process. So, but Tommy says that that's a risk that they have to take, which, to be quite honest, is rather fair, at least until they sever the connection somehow. And then I know they severed the connection in this part of the episode, 3-part episode. I just can't remember how they sever it. But they sever it somehow. And then basically, I think after they sever the Blue Clobber's connection to Ninjor, basically, well, first what happens is Alpha realizes that his readings show that the Blue Clobber is feeding off of the darkness that Master Vile has encased the planet in. And if they destroy the darkness, he might be able to... If they get rid of the darkness, the Blue Clobber might lose its power. So they get rid of the darkness part of it, and then basically the Blue Clobber gets weaker, which causes its connection to Ninjor to be severed, and then the Rangers manage to basically defeat the Blue Clobber, and then basically Master Vile gets upset that he lost the battle, and then basically after he leaves in his space skull, what happens is he says he can't believe that he lost, and then Rita and Zed sort of make fun of him for losing, and then basically that's when Master Vile gets upset with Rita, and she says, "How dare you! Even as an insolent child, you were a victim of your father." And then he basically says, "So I lost one battle. Big deal." He basically says that, so we lost one battle. It's no big deal because Rita and Zed, by this point, have tried to destroy the Earth multiple times and have always failed. So the fact that he failed is of no consequence, which is technically true in this case. And then basically what happens is then the Rangers get back to doing their horseback riding. And basically what happens is after that, I can't remember, but it's one of the male Rangers. I think it might be either Billy or Adam, but I know it's one of the male ones. They say that just think if Master Vile had gotten his way, all of the stuff that they have on their planet would be gone, and so on and so forth. And then they decide to finish doing the galloping, and then basically that's where this episode stops. So if you guys like this video when I post it, just please give this video the real best you guys can. And I will see you guys next time for the next Power Ranger video. But until next time, guys, just please give this video the real best you guys can. And I will see you guys next time. And like I always tell you with this series, may the power protect you always. Oh, and I'm sorry that this video is relatively shorter than my previous two. It's just, again, there's not much that happens in the third part. Like, nothing major of sorts happens in the third part aside from Ninjor being freed and them stopping Master Vile permanently. So a lot of the major stuff that happens in this 3-part episode happens in the previous 2 parts. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. But until then, until next time, guys, just please give this video the real best you guys can, and I will see you guys next time. And like I always tell you with this series, may the power protect you always.